Hello everyone! Welcome to our next hero revamp, featuring Kimmy, the Hoverjet Outrider. With this revamp, Kimmy now has strong initiation and CC for team fights, and her enhanced basic attacks can penetrate enemies to deal damage in a line. When combined with her ultimate's grouping capability, Kimmy's damage can really skyrocket. Hoverjet Outrider, Kimmy. Passive, Aerial Dominance. Kimmy's passive still allows her to move and shoot in different directions, but her attacks cannot lock onto targets. Her passive now has a new Starlium mechanic. Kimmy deals damage with each shot of her blaster, and hitting enemies with basic attacks or skills will grant Starlium. When her Starlium is full, Kimmy's basic attacks will be enhanced, increasing the damage of each shot and allowing them to penetrate targets in a line. First skill, Anti-Grav Thruster. Kimmy's first skill has been revamped. She now uses her jetpack to take to the skies, flying over terrain and gaining movement speed while automatically firing rockets at nearby enemies, dealing damage to them. Second skill, Starlium Beam. Kimmy's second skill has also been revamped. Kimmy launches a concentration of Starlium in the target direction, dealing damage and immobilizing enemies in its path, and granting Starlium when hitting enemy heroes. Ultimate, Traction Pulse. After the revamp, Kimmy's ultimate now provides strong initiation and CC. Kimmy's revamped ultimate now works as follows. Kimmy charges up and fires a projectile in the target direction that explodes when hitting an enemy or reaching its max range, dealing damage to nearby enemies and creating a force field at the location, slowing enemies within the area. After a brief delay, the force field contracts, pulling all enemy heroes to the center and dealing damage. Hitting enemy heroes will also grant Starlium. In the laning phase, build up Starlium before engaging. Use her first skill to quickly close in on the opponent, then use her second skill to immobilize them before unleashing her enhanced basic attacks for great damage. In team fights, Kimmy can initiate with her ultimate to group up enemies, then follow up with her second skill to immobilize them, and finish with her enhanced basic attacks for lots of damage. If enemies try to counter by closing in on Kimmy, use her first skill to retreat. After Kimmy's basic attack is enhanced, her damage output increases significantly. Therefore, Kimmy should actively engage enemies when her Starlium is almost full. When she is low on Starlium, take advantage of her ability to attack while moving to kite enemies. At level 1, upgrade Kimmy's second skill and continue to prioritize upgrading it since it's her main CC ability. Use Kimmy's basic attacks and skills on any enemy unit to build up Starlium in advance. When entering team fights, make sure to have sufficient Starlium to quickly activate her enhanced basic attacks. Kimmy's ultimate allows her to initiate team fights from afar. Find a good position to cast the ultimate to pull multiple enemies together, then follow up with her second skill and basic attacks for more CC and lots of damage on the enemy team. We recommend the Mage emblem for Kimmy with the Agility, Bargain Hunter, and Weakness Finder talents. Agility provides Kimmy with essential movement speed. Bargain Hunter helps her reach her full potential faster, and Weakness Finder allows her to apply a slow, making it easier to kite enemies. We recommend this equipment build for Kimmy. Since her basic attacks and skills scale with magic power, this build will maximize her damage output. Among these, Feather of Heaven and Concentrated Energy are Kimmy's core equipment. Feather of Heaven increases Kimmy's damage, while Concentrated Energy provides her with HP recovery, and Kimmy's basic attacks can instantly stack the passive effects of both items. As a marksman without blink abilities, Blood Wings provides Kimmy with extra HP and sustain during the mid-game. Then, round out the build with Holy Crystal and Divine Glaive to significantly boost Kimmy's damage output to take down even tanky enemies in the late game. We recommend the Sprint battle spell for Kimmy. Since she can attack while moving, Sprint synergizes very well with her specialty. We also recommend the Purify battle spell to make up for Kimmy's lack of defensive capabilities. Since her only escape skill cannot be cast while she is controlled, Purify can be essential to cover this weakness. Kimmy's ability to basic attack while moving makes her effective against heroes who rely on skill shots, like Granger and Cecilion. As a marksman who cannot lock onto targets with basic attacks, Kimmy can be countered by heroes with high burst damage and mobility, such as Saber and Lancelot. Kimmy excels at controlling and grouping enemies while dealing substantial damage, so she works well with heroes who have AoE CC like Badang and Ruby. During the laning phase, build up Starlium on Kimmy by attacking enemy units, and when it's almost full, use her first skill to close in and hit the enemy hero with her second skill, immobilizing them for her enhanced basic attacks. In mid to late game teamfights, Kimmy can hold cast her ultimate from afar to break the enemy's formation, then follow up with her second skill for more CC, while getting in position to unleash her basic attacks. Use her first skill to reposition when needed, and decide whether to chase or retreat based on the situation. Revamped Kimmy will be arriving April 23rd. Enjoy 30% off the first week. Her Steam Researcher, Charge Leader, and Frostwing skins will also be 30% off the first week. And until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.